Hi everybody, it's Steph here, and today what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you this absolutely beautiful example of the Onoto Patent Self-Filling Pen. Now this particular beauty I've just literally finished restoring this morning for a fellow collector, a gentleman by the name of Jeff, who asked me to restore it. And what we've actually done, we've replaced the cork seals inside here, we've replaced a new cut washer inside. The pen had a slight discolorization, so we've polished it and it's lovely and black. The cap to the top here unfortunately had quite a bit of teeth marks, if you like. Somebody had been quite hungry and been sort of chewing away at the top of the cap. Also, what it actually had to the very top of the cap here, it had quite a large burn hole, and what we've actually done, we've filled that, polished it, etc., and we've got rid of all the teeth marks, and we've actually got rid of the hole. If I show you a nice close-up, the hole was actually to the top there somewhere, and if I actually rotate the cap, you can see that there's no trace of any hole, or in that case where the hole actually was. Okay, so it's been fully restored. As I say, this particular pen, it was just a slight discolorization, but we've given it a nice polish. We've obviously been very careful because of the chasing to the barrel, and it's actually come up as an absolutely stunning example. This is actually, as I say, the Onoto Patent Self-Filling Pen. I date this pen in the region of 1950s. It's one of the early models. They actually termed it as the model was a N model, or later they were actually known as the 3000. As I say, this is one of the early De.L.R plunger filler models. It comes in this black hard rubber, and it's actually, as you can see, it's a plunger filler. We've got the plunger filler to the end there, and in actual fact, if we actually look at the end of the plunger filler, I'm hoping you can actually see that it actually has the letter GL to the end on the plunger filler. Unfortunately, I'm not actually too sure what that actually means, so hopefully there's anybody out there that can help us on that. Any comments would be appreciated. If we go along to the barrel here, you can actually see the barrel still has this beautiful chasing, if you like, to the barrel, and it's nice and crisp. So as I say, I think it's worthy of a video on its own. If we show you the barrel imprint there, again nice and clear, you can actually see that it reads Onoto. Underneath there it has Patent Self-Filling Pen, and then just underneath there, should I say, it has T.D.L.R, which stands for Thomas De La Rue. The pen also comes with these two gold bands, one to the top of the barrel, one to the bottom of the cap here. I don't believe they're actually gold because there's no hallmark, so I understand them to be maybe gold filled or gold plated. Okay, as I say, it's been fully restored. This particular cap here, as it is on these particular models, is a slip cap, and the beautiful thing about this particular pen is that the slip cap, although it's nearly 100 years old, is actually still nice and tight when you actually place it back onto the pen. So a lovely nice and tight slip cap there. To the top of the pen there we can see what I term as a standard De.L.R section, and if we just show you to the top here somewhere, as I say, I'm looking over the barrel, just to the top there, you can see it has this sort of recess which helps to keep the cap on nice and tight. Again, the reason we can tell it's actually the earlier model, it has this over and under feed to the nib here. Okay, so if we can actually show you a little bit of a close-up on the nib, and you'll notice underneath on the feed there it has this this sort of channel and I don't think you can actually see it, but within the channel it has some holes. So that's the De La Rue over and under feed, and you can see it tapers to a point to the top of the nib. Now on the nib to the side here, I'm hoping we can get a close-up hopefully. What it has to the side of the nib, it actually says 14 karat gold on one side, and if we turn it over to the other side, just to the side there, it actually tells us it's Onoto De La Rue Limited. Okay, so the nib is fully marked, if you like, to the original nib. As I say, this particular one is a plunger filler, which means what we do, we simply unscrew the plunger to the end of the barrel here, and we simply pull the plunger out like so. For you people that are not aware, this particular pen is actually filled by pressing down on the plunger filler, not by pulling on the plunger filler itself. So what we'll actually do, if we bring in the ink here, we'll fill the pen and we'll have a little writing sample. Incidentally, this is the first time the pen has actually been used. I only finished it this morning. So what I'll do is insert the nib into the ink. I'll be quiet at this point, and hopefully you can hear the pen actually filling. Okay, so I'm hoping you could hear that lovely sort of blurping sound, if you like, which means the pen is working lovely. And if we bring on the pad here, and let's have a little writing sample. Incidentally, what you need to do is screw the plunger knob back into the barrel. What we have within this particular pen, as with other Onotos that I've shown you, we have a little ink shut-off valve inside here. So we tighten this and just give it a little turn back to our left. Okay, so let's have a bash at writing then. So what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is a Onoto Patent Self-Filling Pen. This particular one does actually have some flex to the nib. You can see on the cross, writing across there, it's nice and thin. On the downward stroke, we can get quite a thick stroke on the downward stroke. This particular pen, incidentally, I date to 1915. Okay, so it's actually one of the very earliest, or should I say one of the earliest Onoto plunger filler pens. So there's a brief writing sample, ladies and gentlemen, of the pen. A lovely writer. We'll take that away. Incidentally, in fact, what we'll actually do, ladies and gentlemen, if I can just have a little tidy up here, what I'll actually do is let's empty the pen into the ink, and then what we'll try and do, if you just bear with me, okay, we'll pop that to one side, and what I'll actually do at this point, ladies and gentlemen, I'll bring on some water. We'll just clean it slightly like so. We'll lift the plunger up all the way up again, and at this point what I'll simply do is again press down. All I'm doing now is flushing the pen out, so just bear with me. And again you can see all that lovely bubbling, which again means the pen is working perfectly. So if we take that away, and if we bring on this see-through jar or whatever it is, and if we actually pull out the piston again like so, and if I push down on the piston, hopefully you'll be able to see, there we go. Okay, so you can actually see all the ink actually coming out. And again, what I'm actually going to do, just to the side of me here, I've got some more water, so if you just bear with me again, and again just so you can see it, I think if I place that in there, And I'm hoping you could actually hear that. There's that lovely satisfying sound when it actually fills. So again, we pull out the piston or the plunger rod like that, and again we'll press down. I'm hoping you can see this. And there we go, that's a little bit cleaner. So if we just give it one more go here, again we're pulling out the plunger fill, the plunger like so, into the water and press down with one quick stroke. Okay, leave it in for a couple of seconds just so that the water fills. If we pop it back here like so, we pull out the plunger again and we push down again. So I'll just so you can see that. Ah, right, we don't know what happened there. Don't you just love it when that happens? So if we do it again, give it a couple of seconds, and again pull out the piston, and there you go. Okay, so what we're actually doing here, we're actually showing you how to, once we fill the pen, how to flush it so it's nice and clean again. So again we're dipping that in, you can hear the bubbling again, leave it a few seconds, and if we pop the little jar back again here, and if we do it once more, there we have it. So what I'll do, I'll finish that a little bit off camera, so we don't want to again make an epic of this particular video. So if we just screw the plunger knob back, if we place the cap back on the pen. Incidentally, the size of this particular pen from the top to the bottom here, it's 147 millimeters capped. The diameter of the barrel here is approximately 11 millimeters in diameter. Excuse me. And as I say, I date this particular pen in the region of 1950. It's one of the early Onoto De.La Rue plunger fillers. It's the N model, or some people will know it as the 3000. And as I said before, it's been fully restored in absolutely superb condition, and that's why basically I wanted to do a video to show you this beautiful example. And if you're watching, Jeff, I hope you're happy with your pen. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, an absolutely stunning Onoto Patent Self-Filling Pen from Thomas De La Rue Limited. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this little review, and don't be shy, there's plenty more videos on YouTube. Leave a comment, subscribe to them, but until next time, I'll just simply say bye bye now.